Today, you're connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Wednesday, December 7th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. You can watch it at djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. I'm going to give you quick updates on news, sports, and weather. Let's start with the Weather Underground forecast for today. Going to have overcast skies, a high of 53 degrees, low of 35, just a 10% chance of rain. 3-day outlook, Thursday, overcast skies again with a high of 44 and a low down around 24 degrees, 0% chance of rain. Still cold on Friday, clear skies though, high of 41, low of 23, 0% chance of rain. And Saturday, clear skies, high of 46, low of 32, and a 0% chance of rain. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from the Daily Journal and djournal.com. 75 years ago today, Japanese fighter planes bombed Pearl Harbor and pushed the United States into World War II. Tupelo resident Ronnie Young wasn't there, but he distinctly remembers the day. He was 18 years old when it happened and recalled delivering newspapers with the large headline, "Pearl Harbor Attacked." Young remembers people, including himself, being shocked by the attack, which killed more than 2,000 American soldiers and sailors at the American naval base in Hawaii. It compelled Young to join the U.S. Navy, and after 4 weeks of training, he boarded a ship and headed to the South Pacific. Young, now 93, has visited Pearl Harbor, and so has Donald Grant, who was 5 years old when the attack happened. Grant, a U.S. Marines veteran and commander of the American Legion in Iuka, said his older brother joined the Army because of Pearl Harbor. It turns out that a bill passed by the Mississippi legislature in 2011 required lawmakers to release the contract they made with EdBuild. EdBuild is a nonprofit educational consulting firm based in New Jersey. Legislative leaders agreed to pay the group $125,000 in taxpayer funds to help it rewrite the formula used to send state funds to public schools. Legislative leaders initially refused requests by online news provider Mississippi Today to release the contract, but eventually they did make the contract public and placed it on the Transparency Mississippi website. That site provides details on the state budget, including contracts made by governmental entities. State law has exempted the legislature from the public records law since at least the early 1980s, but it turns out that legislation passed in 2011 said the legislature still had to allow its budget information, including its contracts, to be placed on the Transparency Mississippi web page. That law was authored by former Senators Billy Hughes and David Beria. Beria, who is now House Democratic leader, said he had forgotten about that change, but that he still favors it. There are only a few days left for the remaining angels on the Golden Angels tree to be picked up at the Thompson Square Chick-fil-A. The Golden Angel Tree program, in its 17th year, mimics the Salvation Army's Angel Tree, except that the wish list on this tree are requests of the elderly and others living in 5 area nursing homes. Chick-fil-A restaurant owner Jamie Finley said they do between 375 and 450 angels each year. Items requested include gowns, pajamas, baseball caps, and even video games. Nursing homes in Amory, Okolona, and Tupelo send their angels to Chick-fil-A. Diners browse for an angel on the tree, take one, and bring the gifts they've purchased back to the restaurant to place under the tree. All gifts are due back by Saturday so that employees can sort them for distribution. And in sports, Ole Miss senior tight end Evan Ingram was named first team All-Southeastern Conference by the league's coaches on Tuesday. He's the first Ole Miss player to be named All-SEC 4 times, having made the first team in 2014 and second team in 2013 and 2015. This season, Ingram made 65 catches for 926 yards and 8 touchdowns, and he won the Connerly Trophy, which goes to the state's top college player. 2 of Ingram's teammates made the second team, quarterback Chad Kelly and kicker Gary Wunderlich, and Mississippi State receiver Fred Ross was also named to the second team. The SEC will announce individual award winners today, and the all-freshman team will come out Thursday. And that's it for Newsbreak on this Wednesday. Be sure to check out a couple of the podcasts that we produce here at the Daily Journal. Prep Rally is a high school sports podcast with myself, Gene Phelps, and Blake Morgan. New episodes every Wednesday, so look for a new one today, in which we'll recap the state football championships. 3 area teams bringing home state titles last weekend. You can find Prep Rally online, preprally.djournal.com. Also, it's in iTunes and any of your podcast apps. And then we have the Memo podcast as well, with myself and W. Derek Russell, all things Northeast Mississippi news and entertainment, 3 days a week. New episodes coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so look for a new episode of The Memo today. Find it in iTunes or podcast apps or at memo.djournal.com. All the stories I talked about today you can find in your daily journal or at djournal.com. Also follow us on Twitter at djournalnow. Give our Facebook page a like as well. That's it for Newsbreak today. I'm Brad Locke. We'll see you next time.